Cool. All right, man. Cezar, Thomas, it's like super cool to connect with you guys again. I first came across you, Cezar, with this like collaboration you did with Dowden. I feel like it was for Yomo or something. It was like this
Yo,
crazy dope track, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" So I reached out to Dowden, who I knew, and now here you are collaborating again. So I'm just curious: is like collaborations, is that your specialty? Do you really like that?
well, it seems like it because indeed the most successful tracks that I released so far
Yeah.
were collabs. Like you mentioned, the one with Dalton. Then I've been working on a couple of tracks with Venal, the
Oh yeah, yeah,
a very
yeah.
good friend from Brazil,
He's also
and
part of the Deep Down family.
he is
Yeah,
he
yeah,
is yeah
yeah. He
it's
is.
yeah, and then now the latest project with my dear friend Thomas, which I really trust it will be quite successful, just like the other
100%.
collab. So I don't know what to say if this is a successful recipe, but it is obvious that when you have two separate ideas into a project, all of a sudden it has an added value somehow.
Yeah, 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 for sure. I love that. Yeah, Vinao came to us through the collab that the chronology release that you
Yeah,
guys did here last year. Yeah, now he's coming back again.
it's
So
coming back. That's
yeah, yeah,
nice.
yeah, like imminently. Yeah, any
Oh,
time. Like it's done. The remix is done. Um, I think it's Hobbit Rude on the remix. It's
wow.
badass. Yeah, yeah. So it's
Great,
gonna be
great.
good.
Yeah, nice.
Anyway, so you live in Amsterdam, Cesar. Thomas, you're Dutch, but you live in Dubai. Did you guys meet in Amsterdam? Like, how did you guys connect?
It's quite a mix-up, isn't it? I mean, I'm originally from the Amsterdam area, and Cesar is from Romania, but he lives in Amsterdam now, and I live in Dubai, so
Yeah.
yeah, we mix it up. But yeah, we met in Amsterdam, and yeah, we have a friend in common, Camille, who is actually a certified trainer for Ableton. So I think
Oh,
both
cool.
of us, right? We followed a couple of lessons with Camille, like in the beginning, to
Yeah.
get accustomed to Ableton. And yeah, I was in Amsterdam. I think it was like Saturday, and I found out that Camille was in Amsterdam as well. So we connected and we were meeting up. And he said, actually, I know this guy who has a coffee bar in Amsterdam, and I think you guys might go along pretty well. So let's meet up in his coffee bar, and I can see if he can come along as well. I don't know. He called you and
Yeah, he called me and I was really, I was talking to know that because he moved while I was taking these classes with him. He moved to
Valencia, I think.
Barcelona
Valencia.
to Valencia, and then one day I just hear from him, "Hey, dude, I'm in Amsterdam. Let's meet up." And yeah,
Yeah.
and they came. They all came.
Yeah.
They came together, and ever since we just clicked like this. Then we realized that we prefer to, I don't know, attend the same parties, or we would have affinities for the same DJs, and then we realized, you know what, we seem to be on the same level, so why don't we try doing a collab? Me
Yeah,
with
yeah.
my experience with Dalton and with Venal already, I
Yep.
figured, well, let's put something here.
Cool. That's amazing.
So this is how we met. Yeah.
I'm probably like the only progressive house producer in the world who still uses FL Studio. Like everyone's on Ableton, and Push looks like a really amazing device. It's just like I've been using Ableton, or sorry, FL for so long, like back when it was called Fruity Loops.
Fruity
So
Loops.
I just can't even, I can't make the transition.
Fruity Loops is like, I don't know about you, Cesar, but in when I actually was in flight school, I had like a version of Fruity Loops on my laptop, and
Yeah.
on my time off, I was just sitting on the couch and just I had no clue what I was doing, but there were sounds, and I was like self-taught in Fruity Loops, and I still actually have some MP3s on my computer, music I made back in the day.
Oh yeah,
Really
you gotta stick
horrible.
that on SoundCloud.
No. It's horrible. But at the same time,
Yeah.
it's actually quite nice because, coming and I had no clue about like all the knowledge behind it. So it's in a way it's like pure. And maybe
Yeah.
I should just like try to extract some ideas from it.
That's right.
It's very interesting. What I discovered Fruity Loops after playing a little bit with Reason and Rebirth,
Yeah, I remember
and
those.
then Fruity Loops seemed to be super easy because it was only working with little snippets like this, which you could put all of a sudden one after each other and create. So it was way more easy and streamlined, but at the same time, I felt that it was a bit too, was it, I don't know, it was lacking some options to some more tweaking. And then I just then I discovered Ableton, and this was happening not long ago, in Corona times, and I could make the difference between all of them and just compare everything, and then realize that Ableton has such an amazing power. Now you of course need to be creative, and I think that right now FL Studio is quite at the same level. So if
It
you
is. No, it's very fully featured now.
to it, there is no reason to move elsewhere. What matters is your ideas and the inputs, because the software now is.
I think even the latest update of Ableton 12 came out like last month or so. It actually incorporated a lot of features which were already like a long time in Fruity Loops. You know?
Wow.
Everybody was like, wow, look at this, and then the Fruity Loops guys were like, yeah, people,
Yeah. The two things I love the most about FL Studio, first of all, is the looping ability, right? To get a beat going right away, and that's where I start always. But then I find the piano roll is way superior in FL Studio versus Ableton. So I don't know. I'm used to it.
Piano roll was where they did most of the updating in 12. You know, actually, I think last week Cezar and I were having a conversation about how we really have to get used to the new layout and everything, and we're working on some other music again actually, and then
you are cool, nice.
And then you have to find your way around the same program, but it's now we have most probably the features you are used to. And it takes a little bit of time to get up to speed again, but it's super nice.
Amazing. So how did the collaborative process work? Like, do one of you start with a groove and then someone puts a melody on top? Like, how did that all happen?
Regarding our project?
Yeah.
Well, we decided, may I just kind of bring you the story as well. So
now I know it. Cezar was the boss. I see it right now. Sorry. I'm making a joke.
I really don't know who was the boss. Who was the? I think the idea came out of nowhere. We're just, I think at ADE. When we were partying at ADU, we said, you know what, when we look at each other, we can do this, or we can do something even better. Let's try it next time.
During the party, we actually came already up with like some track titles, which I then noted in my notes thing on my phone, and then the next day I was trying to read it. I was like, it didn't make any sense, but at the time we were like, yes.
Yes, we started the creative process with the names of the tracks.
Yeah, I love it.
And we kept a few from there. But no, it was easy. We figured, because not living in the same city and not being able to spend time with each other, just to then we figured we both started individually a project, and then gave it to each other to finish it off. And this is how it went. Now, of course, on both projects we had discussions, and we were meeting. Okay, let me show you what I did with this, and well, I didn't think of that, and then vice versa, But it was somehow you start this, and then let me take it over, and then you take over what I started. And we came up with this 2 new tracks, which, because no matter how much freedom you have when you have the project yourself, you start and you can do whatever you want. But it's surprising when you then give almost the entire idea to someone else to see it transformed, in a way that you were not expecting, out of the million, there is this new. So this is what is magic about the collab, And no matter what, when you exchange ideas, there will be a sort of phenomena that would make
Amazing.
magic
Have
happen.
either of you guys done remixes yet? Like, is it similar to doing a remix?
Well, I had no remix experience when we actually did the well, I do have now. There's
Yep.
going to be remix coming out later this year. I don't know. To me, it felt a bit different because compared to now, because I think, like Cesar said, is the project we did, we had like, there were no boundaries basically. It's like just take whatever you like and try to build something you like, and then maybe we play a bit of ping pong. I can give it back to Cesar or not.
Yep.
And yeah, if you do a remix, it's just what I tried with the remix that's coming out. It's just keep like the essence of the original in there, and then work within like a certain framework where you don't drift too far away from what it originally was. So yeah, I think that way it differed. It's a bit more restricted in my head, at least, to remix than to make poly.
I think it's true. It's exactly right. I mean, when you have to work on a remix, you have an extra couple of restrictions, or only the fact that you have to somehow keep the essence, keep whatever you think is the essence of that track, and then really display it in a different way, or just put it in a different way. And when you work on your own track, you have no boundaries. You don't have this, you don't have this restriction. So it's a bit more easy to write an original than to make a remix.
Yeah, that makes sense. So Thomas, you're like literally on planes all the time, flying planes commercially. Do you bring like a little portable setup with you? Do you have like a little MIDI keyboard and you're in the hotel room banging out, or you just do this at home?
That's actually quite a good idea, I mean, to have like a small MIDI keyboard.
Yeah.
I mean, I bring my laptop along here with my headset. I just throw this in my layover bag, and then it's just mainly working on the laptop just as it is. I never really took like a MIDI keyboard or whatsoever or any other device, but it's actually quite a nice idea to buy like something small or something.
I might have the right one. 1 second.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Look at this thing. Akai Mini.
I saw this machine online everywhere.
This is what you want. This is super portable.
What? I'm gonna write it down, and I'm gonna, when is my
the MPK? It's the Akai MPK Mini. That's the one I started on.
Yeah.
And I've moved to a bigger one now, but it's great for travel.
Yeah. Well, but I'm gonna say that it's actually, in a way, it's sometimes annoying to be traveling so much, because it breaks basically. Sometimes you have something going, and then if you work like a couple of days straight in a project, you really inside working. And sometimes now, hey, he's gone.
Cesar's like, this conversation's boring. I'm out of here.
Boring, whatever.
All good.
So
He'll be back.
I mean, basically, like, can break your creative flow and then bring your laptop to layovers. It's quite nice because, sometimes you're just alone in your hotel room if the rest of the crew is not doing anything or you feel tired. So then you have enough time to spend on projects and you're not getting disturbed. It's just you have a nice way of focusing, I guess. But it would be nice to have some hands-on stuff. So definitely I'll look into the Akai Mini though.
Yeah, no, it's a fun little device to be honest.
Yeah, it's super cool.
And some of like my productions just came. I was like just hacking on the little pads there, like, oh, that's cool, it's pretty fun.
I think that's what I missed when I'm in a hotel room, is like something hands-on, because I realized when you mentioned push earlier, this is for me it's a key tool basically. I mean, I don't have many tools, but I'm using push for everything, and especially creating a bit of like humanized automation, you know,
Mhm.
with like hands-on turning the knobs instead of drawing in your automation. Just makes
Yeah.
to me it makes a big difference. It's all part of the fun, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Drawing lines on a laptop is yeah can
Yeah, it's
be
no.
boring. Yeah.
I just realized you could probably just take off. The plane's going to be an autopilot anyway, so you could just start banging out a track like right there.
Well, you know, and Ableton also has like I think it's called Ableton Notes. I have it on my
Yeah.
phone. It's like an app on your phone. Basically, just if you have an idea, you just quickly draw in the idea and you know to save the idea if you're on the road. So I downloaded it on my phone. When at some point I had an idea and I was trying to put it in on the plane, but you know it's such a noisy environment. You know,
Yep.
and, yeah, it's not the ideal place, but I don't know. You know, it would be nice to blind blow.
Yeah, 100%. Cesar,
Yeah.
welcome
So
back.
sorry.
It's
So
all
sorry.
good.
Just
You really are
everything has.
very boring. Yeah, it's okay.
I'm so sorry. Just tell me, but it has never happened, and I have a super nice connection here,
Yeah,
like
all good.
fiber, super fast, but just everything. I just didn't have internet for 1 minute
All good.
in the
All
entire.
good. We're about to wrap up. And maybe last question for you, Cesar. Like,
Yeah.
how on earth? Because I see you at ADE every year, or sometimes like at the Easter parties. How is it that you stay up all night and then go and like serve people in your cafe the next day? Because I'm like barely functional. I was like, oh my God, Cesar is working right now. Like, how on earth do you pull that off?
So it's a little bit. Somehow I was forced to get used to this thing. I
Yeah.
realized that now it's more and more difficult to do it, and
Yeah.
I make sure to have always people on duty the next day. But just because it's my style, I like to go there nevertheless immediately after waking up, after a
Mhm.
few hours of rest. Because
Mhm.
anyway, I know that after that I can get some more rest. So it's very important for me to. I guess it's just a professional defect. I want to be
I like
there
it. Well said.
all the time somehow, and just to always have a an overview of what's going on there, you know.
Yeah.
And when we go out usually at parties, the whole city is extremely busy. You come
true.
for ADE, you come for all the festivals in the summer. When Catania is playing, in fact, there are another 5 big parties in the city,
That's
you
right.
know? And these are peaks. So, you never get a party when, you know, in a boring week when I would just not go to Moods 2 days.
Yeah.
No, it's happening right
gotta go.
when, yeah. So this is why the scene is sometimes a bit, but I think it's just, I just worry a bit too much with just so that I'm conscious that I have to be there the next day,
Of course.
and this is what keeps me going here. But
Good for you,
it's
man.
fun.
I couldn't do it. So hats
Thank
off
you.
to you. Well, I gotta say, I'm super excited for this release to come out.
So are we.
Been sitting on these tracks for a while. I played them at a New Year's party, and everyone went mental. And so, yeah, I'm excited for this, and excited to see you guys in person again. Last time we saw each other in person was ADE, where the main room with Hernan and Nick was so crammed you couldn't even get in there. So we were just hanging out with Alex upstairs. So this is going to be good.
Which was
But
amazing.
then we also went at where in the city center.
Yeah, on a
You
Sunday,
remember?
the closing party from
We had a
Yeah.
drink in the bar where
That's right.
the watch
Yeah.
was
That's right. The
Delicate and the guys.
that was either the Meanwhile party or it was the Manuel closing party. One of those two. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Too many parties.
So we are also looking forward to seeing you. So when exactly are you coming? Just the first time you're arriving is for in the summer for Cataleo at the beach.
Exactly. I'll be in for the Woodstock weekend and then back for ADE.
Great.
Oh, 80
All right, guys.
Yeah.
So
Okay, Mark. Thank you.
Thanks
Thanks for your time. Thanks for
Cheers.
your nice questions. And looking forward to the release.
Amazing. Me too.